Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Christine Wiggins, and today is Friday, February 14th. Coming up on Cullman Today, Good Hope City Council meeting, Relay for Life 2025, and a sweet Valentine visit. All of this plus sports, weather, and more. Now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. Good Hope City Council met Monday night and gave public notice of this year's upcoming municipal election to be held on Tuesday, August 26th for mayor and city council place numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Registered voters who reside within the corporate limits of City of Good Hope and have resided there for at least 30 days before the date of the election may cast a vote. Candidates may begin qualifying for office on Tuesday, June 10th through 5 p.m. on Tuesday, June 24th. A candidate may qualify by filing a statement of candidacy with the city clerk. The council also approved an equipment upgrade in the contract for the wastewater treatment plant expansion project at the cost of $22,671. Other council business items from Monday night included the authorization of electronic voting machines for the reporting, counting, and tabulating of any and all election results. The Good Hope City Council will hold its next meeting at Good Hope City Hall on Monday, February 24th at 6:30 p.m. Relay for Life of Cullman County is gearing up for its 2025 season and is inviting the community to join the fight against cancer. The kickoff meeting will be Thursday, February 20th at 5:30 in the Fellowship Hall of First Baptist Church in Cullman. The event celebrates survivors and welcomes anyone who wants to make a difference in the battle against cancer. It's an opportunity to learn more about how to form a team, volunteer, or become a sponsor. The 2025 Relay for Life of Cullman County will take place on Saturday, May 3rd at 5 p.m. at Depot Park in downtown Cullman. The evening will be filled with live entertainment, food trucks, children's activities, vendors, and powerful moments of remembrance and celebration, all dedicated to supporting the American Cancer Society's mission. To register, join a team, make a donation, or for more information, visit www.relayforlife.org/CullmanAL or contact Helen Allen at 256-709-4019. Friends at the Margaret Jean Jones Center were treated to some Valentine's sweets and smiles as the United Way of Cullman County staff visited to spread some love and laughter. A partner agency of the United Way of Cullman County, the Margaret Jean Jones Center is a nonprofit organization in Cullman County dedicated to serving individuals with developmental disabilities. They offer a variety of services and programs aimed at enhancing the quality of life for their clients. United Way's visit with Hershey Kisses, karaoke, and basketball added to a space already filled with kindness, joy, and community. If you'd like to learn more about the Margaret Jean Jones Center or get involved, visit www.cccdd.com. Coming up, West Point falls to Arab in a 51-50 thriller. Sports is next. Welcome back. After a dominant performance against Ardmore in the sub-regional, the West Point Lady Warriors were back in action Thursday morning, taking on Arab in the Sweet 16. The Knights got off to a fast start in the first half, but West Point battled back to take the lead in the second half. The Warriors led by 5 at one point in the final period, but couldn't fend off Arab in the final 2 minutes, bringing their season to an end with a 51-50 loss. Maggie Chastain laid one in, and Lexi Mann hit a pair of free throws to stretch Arab's lead to 35-28 early in the third quarter. Kaylee Simmons drained a three to trim the lead to 36-31 later in the period, and Jalen Faulkner drove to the rim for a basket to make it 38-33 game with just under 3 minutes to play in the third. Bennett Elrod scored to give the Knights a 7-point lead, but Jalen Faulkner knocked down a three to cut the lead to 40-36. And just before the end of the quarter, Lakeland Shaddix drained a jumper to make it 40-38 going into the final frame. Simmons drilled another three to put West Point in front 41-40 at the start of the fourth quarter. With the game tied at 42 later in the period, Jalen Faulkner's big game continued with another three-pointer that put the Warriors ahead 45-42 with 5 minutes to play. Price scored off a turnover to trim the lead to 45-44, but Jalen answered with a basket on the other end to maintain a 47-44 lead for West Point. Kaylee Harbison laid one in to give the Warriors a 5-point lead in just under 2 minutes remaining, but the Knights wouldn't go away. Chastain drilled a three to cut the lead to 49-47 with 1 minute on the clock, but after Harbison came up with a steal on an inbound pass, Jalen Faulkner split a pair of free throws to keep West Point up by 3 with 34 seconds to play. Chastain drew a foul and sank both of her foul shots to make it a 1-point game with 25 seconds on the clock. And after the Warriors missed a pair of free throws on the other end, Lily Livingston scored with 5 seconds remaining to put Arab on top 51-50. West Point was unable to answer the late basket as the final seconds ticked away, and the Knights took a thriller over the Warriors 51-50 to advance to the Elite Eight. Jalen Faulkner led West Point with 22 points in the loss and added 6 rebounds. Shaddix put together a double-double performance with 12 points and 13 boards. Harbison finished with 7 points and 7 rebounds, and Simmons added 7 points as well. That wraps up sports for today. After the break, we'll bring you 4 stories in under 4 minutes, including a report on agriculture and forestry in the state and the pet of the week. Welcome back. Now it's time to speed things up with a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. A report commissioned by the Alabama Agribusiness Council and conducted by researchers at the Alabama Cooperative Extension System and Auburn University was the topic of interest during Tuesday's press conference hosted by the Alabama Agribusiness Council. Agriculture and Forestry Grow Alabama, an economic contribution study, included data illustrating the influence that agriculture and forestry has on the state of Alabama. When it comes to Alabama's workforce, 10% can be accounted for in ag and forestry. Food, fiber, and timber contribute $77.3 billion to Alabama's economy each year, making agriculture and forestry one of the top industries in the state. The full report breaks down data by commodities as well as 10 geographic regions based on U.S. Department of Agriculture definitions. Researchers plan to review, update, and release new economic contribution totals every 2 years. To learn more, visit www.growalabama.org. A new $2,000 scholarship is, for the first time, now available for one deserving Cullman County High School senior. The Sidney Helms Hip Memorial Scholarship, created in honor of Sidney Helms Hip, is open to students pursuing careers in the medical field or first responder programs. Angie Payne, co-founder of the fund, said that the scholarship is a way to give back to the Cullman community, a community that has honored Sidney since her passing, and says that creating the Sidney Helms Hip Memorial Scholarship allows her friends and family and others to see others fulfill the dreams Sidney never got to complete. Applications are currently being accepted, and Cullman County seniors are encouraged to apply. For more information, students should contact their school counselor or Angie Payne at 205-522-3409. Snow Crystal, the Cullman Tribune Pet of the Week, is a low-energy, 1-year-old Great Pyrenees who is ready for a new home. She's a gorgeous girl, as her tail reminds one of ostrich plumage, light and feathery. Snow Crystal has a peaceful soul and exhibits joy wherever she goes. She is respectful on her leash and of your personal space. She's an unassuming girl and the perfect reading, companion, or therapy dog. Her caretaker shared, "She gently touched my heart with her soft eyes. I love her." Her adoption fee is $130, which includes spay, DHLPP, Bordetella, and rabies vaccines, wormer, general exam at the vet, and microchip. Visit the Cullman County Animal Shelter at 935 Convent Road Northeast. It's open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. And don't fret if Snow Crystal is already adopted. She has a lot of friends waiting and ready to find their new homes. All of you Wizard of Oz fans, get ready to follow the yellow brick road to Desperation Church in Cullman for a live performance from Cullman Community Theater. The youth edition of Wizard of Oz will show Thursday, March 6th at 7 p.m. and Saturday, March 8th at 2 p.m. You can get your tickets in advance for $12 at cullmanct.booktix.com, and they will also be available at the door for $15. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respects with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message.
Step into Cullman, where local heroes and community spirit shine. Introducing Community Matters Magazine from the Cullman Tribune, your guide to inspiring tales and community spirit. Celebrate our local champions and dive into the festivities at Christ Kindle Market. Feel the season's cheer and discover stories that inspire. Community Matters Magazine. Connect with your community. Find your free issue at these locations or download a copy online.
Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. Lena Elizabeth Johnson, 76, of Vinemont, passed away on February 12th. Funeral service will be at 2 p.m. on Sunday, February 16th at Cullman Funeral Home Chapel, with interment in Center Cemetery in Bankhead Forest. The family will receive friends at the funeral home from noon to 2 p.m. prior to the service. Alice Jeanette Rackley, 84, of Arley, passed away on Thursday, January 30th. Family and friends are invited to gather on Sunday, February 16th from 2 to 3 p.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home, where a celebration of life ceremony will begin at 3 p.m. Military honors burial will take place on Friday, February 21st at 1:15 at Alabama National Cemetery in Montevallo. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and families. Now let's take a moment to look ahead at your weather forecast. Well, we're off to a chilly start, but we'll enjoy sunny skies with a high near 54 today. Tonight, we can expect some showers mainly after midnight and a low around 47. Saturday, we'll see more showers with a high near 65. And Saturday night, there's a possibility of a thunderstorm with some of the storms producing heavy rainfall. The low will be around 45. Sunday, we'll see mostly cloudy skies with a high near 55 and a low around 26. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us. And remember to stay connected by following us on social media and visiting CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll see you bright and early Monday morning at 6:30 a.m. I'm Christine Wiggins from Cullman Today. Happy Valentine's and have a wonderful weekend, Cullman.